on Wave 3 News tonight.
Tonight, a teenager is remembered after being gunned down this morning.
And a family pleads for your help to find the driver that ran over a New Albany bicyclist and kept going.
And we're following breaking news of possible explosive materials at the Louisville airport.
It is a tense situation that we've been following now for a couple of hours as investigators converge on the Louisville International Airport. Good evening, I'm Dawn G.
And I'm Scott Reynolds. We're bringing you team coverage here tonight. Wave 3's Katie Bauer is at the airport. Our Connie Leonard flying high above in Air 3. We want to start first with Katie, who's just learned some late-breaking information tonight. Katie?
Well, Scott, we have just learned the FBI has given this situation an all clear. Now, the LMPD bomb squad found nothing suspicious through their investigation. Now, earlier, authorities here at the airport were checking packages after a K-9 team alerted handlers to a possible explosive in a shipment at a Continental cargo pallet. Now, we're not sure whether the cargo was coming or going. This happened while on a routine patrol. The dogs are trained to sniff for explosives, so per standard procedure, the LMPD bomb squad was called in and the cargo facility was evacuated. One runway was closed for a short time, but it is now back open. Again, this is an all-clear situation out here tonight. Live from the Louisville International Airport, Katie Bauer, Wave 3 News.
All right, that's good news. Thanks, Katie. Wave 3's Connie Leonard is flying above the airport in Air 3. And Connie, can you see whether air traffic is being affected at all there? And how about on the ground as well?
Yeah, Scott, well, it is a unique situation out here tonight, but the folks at Louisville International Airport tell us everything is going smoothly tonight. That includes, of course, the flying. Let's go ahead right away now and take a look at the cargo area in question if we can. Of course, this is on the northwest side of the airport near Crittenden Drive, where the packages were being checked after that dog reacted, as Katie mentioned, to one of the pallets in the cargo facility. Louisville Metro Police tell us that just because animals are trained to detect explosives, it doesn't mean that what the dog found was in any way dangerous. LMPD routinely assists TSA in situations like this. We know that cargo area is a continental area. It's what we have been told. Now, although the west runway was closed at one time, both major runways are now open with no delays. Again, everything is in good shape. The FBI has given the all clear in this situation. But there were some tense moments out here earlier tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Connie. And after the situations with cargo at other airports around the world, you can imagine how tense it was out there. But again, the FBI, as Katie Bauer just reported, giving the all clear with that package out at Louisville International. Wave 3 will continue following the story through the overnight hours, and we'll bring you all the latest on wave3.com and coming up on Wave 3 News Sunrise, beginning at 4:30.
Is it a revenge killing? That's the question tonight after the teenage grandson of a man charged with murder is shot and killed in an alley. The body of 19-year-old Thomas Ashley was found this morning near his 29th and Bank Street home in Portland. Wave 3's Connie Leonard filed this report before leaving for that breaking news.
Yeah, he's taking it very hard. That was his grandbaby.
It's a bizarre set of circumstances.
The detectives notes any
A grandfather in jail for murder. Weeks later, he finds out his grandson is shot dead. Now family and friends are trying to make sense of it all.
I want everybody to know that my son was a good kid.
19-year-old Thomas Ashley is the teen found dead in an alley Tuesday behind St. Xavier Street, not far from his Portland home. He was home for Thanksgiving after being away at Job Corps at Camp Atterbury, Indiana, hoping to make a better life for himself.
Didn't expect this to happen.
His father says around 1:15 in the morning, Thomas decided to ride his bike home from a friend's and had almost made it.
1:30 in the morning, the neighbor down the street heard gunshots and then heard a car back down this alley. A witness that was walking in the middle of the night towards Jay's Liquors to get him a pack of cigarettes said that he heard a kid scream, "Don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me."
Thomas Ashley is the grandson of 62-year-old Archie Ashley, a man now facing murder charges in the death of 15-year-old Andrew Elliott. Investigators say the elder Ashley shot and killed Elliot after he had been throwing rocks at his home and car on South 43rd Street. While some in this neighborhood wonder if Thomas's death is a revenge killing, the son of an accused man and the father of a victim doesn't think so.
I don't think it's retaliation on what happened with my dad's case. That was a completely different thing. He was a 62-year-old man. He shouldn't have been taunted for the last 3 weeks in the first place. He went outside with his glasses off. He didn't know if he was shooting in the air or shooting towards them.
Family members are going to need you all's support.
But police say at this point, anything is possible.
No 19-year-old kid that's trying to straighten his life up deserves this.
He was supposed to leave. No arrests so far have been made. If you have any information, call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
Tonight, the family of a New Albany man hit on his bicycle is begging for the driver who did it to come forward. 53-year-old Rocky Reed is fighting for his life tonight after police say he was hit by a van at Spring and Woodrow around 6 last night. Wave 3's Katie Bauer spoke with his family earlier today and brings you their story here tonight at 11.
For Butch Reed and his sister Anita Denton, the past 24 hours have just been a blur.
It's hard. By all means, it's so hard.
Their brother, Rocky Reed, was riding his bike Monday night when he was struck by a white work van.
That individual stopped momentarily, got out of the vehicle, walked up to the individual who had been struck, but then chose to walk away, get back in his truck, and leave the scene.
An action these siblings just can't comprehend.
If it was their family member, they would feel the same way as we would.
All day they have remained by their brother's side, seeing a side of him they've never imagined.
He's jerking all over, trying to move his hands. They had to strap his hands down because he's got a tube hanging from his head. It's just horrible. It's horrible watching him.
New Albany police say Reed was eastbound on the sidewalk crossing Woodrow. Chief Todd Bailey says it's still unclear who had the right-of-way. Reed is currently in an unresponsive state, so police need your help.
What we need is the public to be our advocate for him and come forward with any information they might have to identify the driver of this truck.
For now, all this family can do is wait and pray their loved one is able to pull through, while urging the man involved to come forward.
Just say what happened. That's all I would like to hear.
It's not fair to us to watch our brother lay there like this, knowing if he's going to live or die.
Katie Bauer, Wave 3 News.
Witnesses told police the driver was in a light-colored utility truck. It had some writing on the side. We're told the driver is a thin-built white male in his 20s or 30s, around 150 pounds, about 5'8" to 5'10", wearing a baseball cap, a hooded sweatshirt, and he had a stud piercing in his chin below his lip. Call New Albany Police if you have any information about this case.
Several families are displaced tonight following a 2-alarm fire at a Jeffersontown apartment complex this afternoon. That fire destroyed 4 second-story apartments and left 4 underneath with extensive smoke and water damage. It's a hard situation this holiday season.
I was able to actually go out and do some Christmas shopping, and I don't know if it's still left.
The Middletown fire chief tells Wave 3 News workers for the apartment complex were doing repairs in the attic storage area and may have used a torch that sparked the blaze. One resident tells us that he told one of those workers earlier that he had smelled smoke, but the worker ignored him.
Big money, drugs, violence, and revenge. That's the picture prosecutors are painting in their case against a Louisville man charged now in 8 cold case murders. Ricky Kelly was charged with those murders back in July, the killings dating all the way back to 1996. The information about Kelly coming from thousands of pieces of evidence, investigative notes, photos, and videos the Commonwealth's attorney could use against Kelly when he goes to trial. The first 2 murders Ricky Kelly is accused of have long been tied to the mid-90s drug ring led by Zellner Hamilton. In Kelly's case file, the DEA recounts how informant Gail Duncan was shot while sitting in her car in 1996. One of the men she was supposed to testify against, Duran Cole, died 3 months later after he pled guilty in that case. Kelly is charged in Cole's death as well. The case file draws many other links between Kelly and his accused victims. We've got much more from those thousands of pages of documents on wave3.com.
Wave 3 has learned tonight that a lawsuit has been filed against Jewish and St. Mary's Healthcare following last year's flooding. The family of a Louisville woman claims that she could not get the surgery she needed because inpatient operating rooms at St. Mary's and Elizabeth Hospital weren't available. Wave 3 reported the hospital reopened in stages. That was back in August of 2009. The lawsuit says Kimberly Lynn White died September 4th, 2009, and now seeks unspecified damages.
Oldham County Schools confirmed the district will close Liberty Elementary in 2014. School Board Chair Joyce Fletcher says the school will close when a new Brownsboro Elementary School is opened. Liberty Elementary's website says the original brick structure was built way back in 1923, and it has been through several additions and renovations.
It has been closed for 2 years now, but Otter Creek Park could reopen next spring. Metro and state leaders are nearly finished working out a lease that will let the Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources take over the park. Louisville closed the park back in January of 2009 in the face of a major budget crunch. The state is considering a fee, $3 a day or $30 for year-round access to cover operating costs.
One student dead, another distraught after causing the fatality. The latest from Elizabethtown High School coming up.
And move over, Mr. Ed. We'll show you the Kentucky horse that hopes to take Hollywood by storm.
We've got a few snow flurries around the area tonight. What will we see for the balance of the overnight? Into our Wednesday. It's a midweek chill we'll talk about after the break.